I am the 11th comic, right? I can't get this cord right yet. I'm the 11th comic, and, well, I'm a comic. This is my first time, so I really don't know what I'm doing. Like right now, I'm blanking on jokes. I was thinking to myself, these idiots with cards, they're losers. Now I can't think of what I was going to say. My name's Stephen. It just came to me. My name's Stephen Kelly. I was actually named after the guy in the Bible. Does anybody heard of Stephen in the Bible? No. All right, one no. Great. Silence also equals a no, so you know. Well, Stephen in the Bible was the first Christian to get martyred. What happened was people didn't like what he was saying, so they took stones and they just chucked him at him. And like nowadays, and even back then, they said, he was getting stoned. So that's two things that Stephen and I had in common. We're both named Stephen, and we're both Christians. Thank you. It took a couple minutes. This wasn't part of my act. I just loved this. I tricked all of my friends to sitting in the front row. Hi guys. I just thought it was hilarious. I was like, yeah guys, I'm really nervous. I just want to sit in the front row because to get close and see what it's about. And they're like, okay. Are people gonna make fun of us? I told a friend of mine that I was coming up here, and she's sitting right there actually, the one that wouldn't tell her name. Can I tell your name? Go ahead. This is Tabby. Everybody say hello to Tabby.
Hello, Tabby.
When I told Tabby I was going to be a comic, I wanted to come up here and do stand-up. She's like, oh, can I boo you? I was like, what? It's like, well, I've never had a chance to boo anybody before, and it seems like it'd be a really fun thing to do. And I'm like, no, boos are more contagious than laughter. She's like, well, it's your first time up there anyway. You're probably not going to be any good. I was like, that really hurts, Tabby. Is that the same thing you told your husband on your wedding night? That was the best joke I got. So, I'm new at this, so I don't have segues. I'm wearing flip-flops. For those of you who can't see, thank the Lord, my feet are hideous. And I used to make fun of people that wore flip-flops. I used to make fun of guys that wore flip-flops. Like, dude, that's not very manly. And to be honest, it's not. Wearing flip-flops isn't a very manly thing to do. But you know what? At my size, anything I can do to keep from bending over, it's just really good. That's at least 2 times a day where I don't have to bend over and go, oh my God. I don't want to tie those. I seriously did forget the rest of my jokes, so we're just going to stand up here. How's everybody doing? I just realized that's no joke. I just did that again. Well, there's no point to dance around it because it would take forever. I am fat. And I was actually talking to a buddy of mine who smokes, and he pulled out a cigarette and he started smoking, and I'm like, dude, that's so bad for you. Why do you smoke? He's like, why don't you turn that little judgmental mirror around and look at yourself, fatty? And he did say fatty because we don't pull punches. Check that off my list. But it's true. He told me this and I looked it up. It's true. Eating a McDonald's value meal, a breakfast meal at McDonald's, is just as bad for your heart as smoking a pack of cigarettes. And that got me thinking, what are some of the similarities between smokers and fat people? What are some of the things you know about smokers? Well, they're never too far away from cigarettes. They've got a pack at their house, they've got a pack at their desk at work, they've probably got a pack on them or a pack in their car at least. And the same is true for me. My freezer is just full of Hot Pockets and frozen pizzas and just other bad stuff for me. I don't know. And what's the best cigarette for smokers? Does anybody know? No? Cigarette with nicotine. My man up front. Another big man wearing a wide receiver number. That's some bullcrap, dude. You need to take that off. 85 is for somebody like T.O. or, Keyshawn Johnson. Not for Sap. Put a number in the 90s, man. No, I'm just kidding. I love football. I'm fat. I get it. But back to my cigarette story. What's the best cigarette for people who like to smoke? Not type, what time? After sex. Thank you. Somebody got it. All right, after sex, it's the best time. You just made love to your wife or your girlfriend or your prostitute, whatever, and you just... It's amazing. It's the same for me. You know, after having sex, making love, roll over, reach under the bed, pull up my Big Mac. I love that special sauce. I remember one time I was at this girl's house. I just remember this part of the bit. It's funny. I hope it's funny. I was at this girl's house and I forgot that I was at her house, and I reached down and my Big Mac wasn't there. I was like, oh man. So I roll over. She had a 3-gallon bucket of ice cream. Now she was a big girl, so I was expecting something, but a 3-gallon bucket of ice cream, people. I don't know what upset me more, the fact that she had the gallon or she didn't give me a spoon. My name's Stephen Kelly. Y'all have a good night.